Okay, so let me ask you something. Does your room look like a complete disaster zone, but you can somehow, instantly find that one specific email from 3 years ago? If that sounds like you, then you're in the right place. Because we're going to dive into why that mess might not be a weakness at all, but maybe the signature of a highly efficient, high IQ mind. All right, let's get into it. You know the old saying, right? A cluttered desk means a cluttered mind. It's this simple, catchy idea society has kind of hammered into us. But here's the thing. What if that's not just wrong? What if, for some of the most brilliant minds out there, it's the exact opposite of the truth? And honestly, the source material just nails it with this quote. The whole idea here is that what looks like pure chaos to everyone else, well, it's often just a byproduct of a mind that's operating on a much deeper, way more complex level. It's not that you're disorganized. It's that you're seeing a completely different game board.
All right, first up, let's talk about sign number 1, selective organization. And this is where the genius behind the mess really starts to make sense.
So, what is it? Well, psychologists call it a powerful efficiency hack. Think about it. Your brain only has so much energy to go around. So why would you waste it on, arranging papers by color when you could be building this incredibly complex digital system or mapping out a whole business strategy in your head? It's all about prioritizing your mental resources.
And this right here, this shows the huge disconnect, right? On the one hand, people see the surface level mess, the pile of books, the cluttered desktop, and they just assume your mind is just as chaotic. But what's really going on is that underneath all that, your mental world, or maybe your digital world, is often incredibly meticulously organized. You've just made a choice about where to focus your energy. It's that simple.
Okay, let's move on to sign number 2, which explains why a messy schedule might actually be a superpower. We're talking about obsessive learning bursts. If your schedule looks kind of all over the place because you're constantly jumping between in these intense new interests, yeah, this one's going to hit home. So what's going on here, on a brain level, is absolutely fascinating. This isn't just you being flaky. See, for a really curious mind, learning something new triggers this massive dopamine hit. It's a reward system, and it fuels this intense hunger for knowledge. Your brain is literally chasing the high of a new discovery.
So yeah, other people might look at you and think you can't stick to a single hobby, but what's actually happening is a super efficient way of gathering information. You dive deep, you absorb everything you need, and then, once that curiosity is satisfied and that dopamine rush fades, you're on to the next intellectual meal. It's a cycle.
All right, on to number 3, the self-talk strategy. Now, this is one of those habits that a lot of people might see as, a little weird, but in reality, it's an incredibly powerful tool for your brain. There's actually a proper term for this: verbal reasoning. So when your mind is juggling like a dozen different things at once, it can feel like a total mess of thoughts, right? Well, by speaking them out loud, you're forcing them into a straight line, a logical order. You're basically becoming your own consultant, right there in the moment. So, and this is the crucial part, this is not a sign of you losing it. It's the exact opposite. It's a way to gain control, to clarify really complex ideas, and to make faster, smarter decisions. You're just externalizing that internal chaos to find the signal hidden in all that noise. Okay, number 4 takes us even deeper inside the mind. We're calling this one 8K brain processing, and it's all about that feeling of constant overthinking. But here's the key distinction. This isn't necessarily overthinking because you're anxious. It's a function of something called cognitive complexity. Your brain is it's built to see more. It's automatically processing all these what-ifs, all the long-term consequences, and all these subtle patterns that honestly, most people just don't see. So what feels to you like a messy, overactive brain is actually your neural network just running at full capacity. You're not getting bogged down in the details. You're mapping out the entire landscape before you even make a move. It's a feature, not a bug. And I absolutely love this metaphor from the source material. It just perfectly captures the richness and the high-definition detail that your mind is processing all the time. Sure, it can be overwhelming, but it's also an incredible superpower for understanding how the world really works. And that brings us to our 5th and final sign, which takes all this into the social world. If your social life sometimes feels messy, or maybe just a little sparse, it might be because you operate on one simple principle: meaningful connections only. Now, let's be really clear here. This isn't about you disliking people. Not at all.
It's about being pretty much allergic to anything superficial. For a deep-thinking mind, small talk and fake interactions aren't just boring, they're physically draining. The source puts it perfectly. It feels like chewing on cardboard. There's just no substance, no nutritional value there.
So that sparse social calendar, it's not a sign that you're failing socially. No, it's a sign of a highly effective filter. You're just preserving your social energy for the connections that actually matter. You know, the ones that offer real substance, depth, and genuine engagement. It's quality over quantity every single time. So, if any of this, or maybe all of this, felt a little uncomfortably familiar, just let this next message really sink in. Your way of operating isn't wrong. You're not broken. It's a specialized system, one that's designed for a deep and complex world, even if that world often seems way more obsessed with the shallow end.
So let's just recap, right? Your mess isn't a mess. It's a system. It's a system built on selective organization. It's fueled by those obsessive learning bursts. It's managed by the self-talk strategy, powered by that 8K brain processing. And it's all protected by a filter for meaningful connections only. See? It's not chaos. It's architecture. So I'll leave you with this last question, straight from the source. Where does your organized chaos live? Is it your desk? Is it your desktop? Is it a purely digital thing, or both? It's so fascinating to think about how these systems show up for different people. Hey, thanks for diving into this with me.